Okay. Click on what?
Yeah. Can you click on the three dots in that Rafi, that thing is written? Yeah. Yeah. Now click on create data set. So data set is what? Data set is like a folder where you can keep all the tables. So you can give any name to your data set. The first thing, yeah. Data set ID. You can provide any name. Yeah. Rafi test data set, something like that. Now talking about the region, right? What is the region? So you can actually be specific to a single region or you can do multi-region. What is the best part of multi-region? Basically, if you have a really good company or a big data set and your company is like global and a lot of people are using from different regions. So if you keep it in multi-region, it will be beneficial for them so that they can query it easily, right? Because it's not specific to a single region. Okay. When you
So
do multi-region,
basically, by choosing the multi-region, I am
hmm,
basically letting Google know that, hey, you can keep my data in data warehouses in various regions and
right?
fetch to the person that's, from the location that's closest to them so they can see it faster.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, that's how it is. No, but for now, we are doing a POC part. So we'll keep it for single region because we don't want to add cost. So we'll click on single region, the first one. Yeah. Now we can select a region that we want. Yeah. So any of the regions. So you can select low CO2 one. That is like most better for us. And we can choose any of the one which is the closest to our place. The identical, if you choose any of these, the difference won't be that much, to be honest. It would be just a couple of seconds. So you can't really identify the difference. Okay. In dataset must contain a letter, number, or underscore. So you can like put underscores between Rafi underscore
Do
test
you
underscore
use
data like
camel
that.
notation when you do these things?
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah. Perfect. It
So
should work now.
like that, like with a capital T here,
Yeah, it will work. Yeah. No issues.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds good. Yeah. We can do it. Now
Okay.
let's move ahead. Now let's click on create dataset. Okay, the data set has been created. Now you can put any of the data. Okay, now let's create some table. Just click on the three dot again. Now create table, click on create table. Okay, here you can see we are trying to create a table, but one thing we have to do is we actually need a GCS as well. Okay, I'll tell you why we need a GCS. So we'll be pulling some data from a GCS, for example, a CSV file, and we'll be putting it, creating a table out of it. So what you can do is just open another tab. In that, we'll be opening GCS.
What does GCS stand for?
Okay, GCS stands for Google Cloud Storage. It's like a like Google Drive in Google Cloud Platform where you can put all your data. It's like a data lake.
Got it.
Okay, what? Yeah, so you can put any of the file. It could be structured, unstructured, any kind of file, video, whatever you want. You can put it into your GCS account. It's like a folder, primarily like a Google Drive. You can refer to it. So you can open another tab and open GCS in it. So we'll create a bucket. And in every cloud, we have this kind of file. For example, GCS is referred as S3 in AWS and blob storage in Azure. Okay, I'm audible.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So let's open another tab and open GCS in it. So every cloud platform has this like storage one. In AWS, it is known as S3. In Azure, it is known as blob storage. Now you can like click on that Google cloud icon in the left corner. Yeah. Yeah. Click the icon. Just click on the icon. Okay. Yeah, just
This.
now you can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it will direct to home. Okay. Now just search GCS on the top. Yeah. Just search enter. See Google storage. You click on it. Okay. Now just click on buckets. So we can create a bucket out of it. So bucket is like a folder where you can keep like your files. Just click on create the plus icon. Yeah. We can give any bucket name that we want. So give any name like my bucket or something like that. Perfect, perfect. Now click on continue. Okay, I think we need to use underscore.
Like that?
Yeah, it should work. Yeah, yes. Click on continue. I think it should work. Okay, use lowercase only. In bucket name, we use lowercase only. We can't use camel case here. Yeah. It's already taken. Okay, I'll tell you what exactly it means. So in the whole GCP ecosystem, this name should be unique. For example, there are like 100 million people using it. So across all the users, this Jesus name should be unique.
Why?
Uh, that's how it works. Not sure. Just to keep yeah. So basically, if I create a bucket in the same region, it should be region specific by the way as well. Like there are like hundreds of regions, and in each region, there can't be with the same name. That's the point.
Must be because Google is making sure
Hmm?
that when they are pulling this data, they're just basically wanting to keep it unique so they can easily pull from that bucket.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, and
Just
in
to save
regions,
their
yeah,
computational resources, I think.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. So I think
Mm.
it's taken, so we have to give a different name, and it is across all the different cloud platforms like AWS, Blob, wherever you go. You actually have to keep a unique name for all these things. Yeah, I think yeah, this is perfect. Now let's click on continue. Then we can choose a location that we want. So if we click on the drop downs, we have a couple of more options. Let's click on the drop down. Let's see what all these options are.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So hierarchical namespace on this bucket. Okay. So this is not required for now. I'll tell you. Basically, when you create a bucket and you want to make sure it becomes a data lake, you have to enable this option. Okay. Similar thing we have in Azure Blob Storage as well. We have to enable hierarchical namespace just to make sure it becomes into a data lake rather than a normal bucket. Okay. So we
Yep.
don't have to keep this option. We can skip it for now. Okay. So with that we can create multiple folders, and there's a different part. Like there's a blog. If you go through it, so you can understand what is the difference between a blob storage and a data lake Gen 2. So in that blog it is explained very nicely. Like what is the actual difference. That's about file, how we keep it, how we keep the files. In a data lake, we keep it in separate way. In a bucket, we create it in a separate way. That's how it is. So we can skip it this for now. You can click on continue.
Basic. Okay, let me give it back to you. The way I understood it so far.
Mhm.
Um, the okay, clicking
Yeah.
that option basically means they'll organize it in a way that best saves space or something. Or
Right. Yeah. Yeah. More optimized. And we have
okay,
more
got it. Okay,
flexibility
okay.
over
So
the
it's kind of
folder
like
names as well.
I guess a good analogy would be like I don't know if how much you know about the trucking industry, but if you had a truck that was say taking a bunch of
Mhm.
wood to one from one city to another, and the
Mhm.
truck has a little bit of space left for maybe like 2 pallets of something else. You would
Mhm.
basically by doing this, you would basically you're telling Google that hey, if you can find that little space inside of that truck, you should put my stuff in there. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You're basically saying
Yeah.
that whenever you find a little space, just the most optimized way, go ahead and store my data in that in those data warehouses,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We can say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll keep it disabled for now. Let's click on continue. And in the right side, we can see the charges as well. It's costing around like 0.026 per GB per month.
Mhm.
So yeah. So computation in basically it's cheap. Okay, I'll tell you about some BigQuery as well. In BigQuery, I think they don't charge for compute storage. They just charge for computation. If you query your data, it will start charging for you. In for storage, they charge very less, but for computation, they charge very much because they have to use a lot of computer to do the distributed and parallel processing computation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now we can select a single region if we want. Yeah. Yeah. In the region part.
Where does a single region?
Yeah. So the region. Yeah. The region. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, we can choose any one of these. I would recommend that we can choose the one we have selected in the BigQuery. It will be the best if we keep in the same regions for the load redundancy.
Um,
Hmm? You
I
don't
think I
recall it?
did Dallas. I did Dallas. This one.
Yeah. Perfect. Now let's click on continue. Here you can
So
see
basically, we're
cross bucket
storing our
replication.
bucket in the same region as our whole.
Yeah.
Why are we
So
keeping this
that's
again?
why we're keeping Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason is like if we keep in the same region, if like our project is having multiple buckets and multiple resources, we generally have a practice to keep it in a single region. The reason is like for low latency. Yeah, if they are in the
Um,
same regions, they
mhm.
query faster and we can like this both the services can interact faster. It's like that. If they are kept in the same region.
Oh, okay, okay, got it.
Okay. And here we can see add cross bucket replication via storage transfer service. So here you can see cross bucket replication via storage. So you can actually replicate your bucket across different what we say regions.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
or AZs. Yeah, regions or AZs. AZs are nothing but availability zones. They are like small data centers. For example, there is a region, and in that there is a huge data center, and there are small AZs. AZs are small data centers that are kept around like 300 to 400 kilometers away from each other, and you can use AZs to replicate your data so that it becomes fault tolerant even in natural calamities.
Hmm.
So yeah, so for now we don't need this because we are just doing some demo purpose. We can keep it default, uh, skip it, and we can click on continue. So we don't want replications. So everything you enable will start charging you some amount. It's like that. So we can check search like set for the standard one. Best for short-term storage and frequent access data. Okay, there are like three layers in it: standard, nearline, cold line, and archive. Okay,
Mhm.
here you can see the description as well. Nearline best for backup and data access less than once a month. If you don't want to access your data, less like once a month, you can use nearline. And cold line is for like you best for disaster recovery and data access less than once a quarter. Like if you don't
Mhm.
want to like frequently see your data, you can use code line because it will charge very less amount of money. Archive is for what? Archive once a year. If you want to access your data once a year, or even not like once a year, you can use archive. Archive is the last layer. It is the most cost effective. And yeah,
Got it. Okay.
but for now we can use standard. Yeah, standard is good for like short term checking out. Yeah.
Nearline is best for backups and data access less than once a month. Code line
Mhm.
best for disaster recovery.
Once a
Access
quarter.
less than once a
So
quarter.
basically, if you become a data architecture, if you become a data architect and you have a problem statement, okay, some companies is migrating and they don't will they so they won't be using their historical data, so you can choose for archive in that case, right?
Mhm.
But they want to migrate it from their on-prem is like their own data center that is they have created. They want to move to cloud so that they can cut their charges, so they can move to archive immediately,
Mm.
right? Because that will be cost effective and they really don't want to use that data uh like for like now and then. That's the reason we can move to archive immediately. So this kind of solution you can do when you become a data architect.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the every life cycle of data, you can select the type of storage you want: standard, nearline, cold line, and archive.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now
Yes.
let's click on continue. Choose how to protect your data: uniform, fine grained, access to all bucket, permission. So IAM is like fine grained, like you can, okay, it's about IAM. IAM is what? Identity and access management. So it's talking about you want uniform or fine grained. Fine grained is like more detailed IAM you're providing. Like, for example, which user can access which file, more granular level of access you want, you can go to fine grained, or else you can select the first one, which is uniform, which is IAM based. So you can select the uniform one. No, fine grained, it's okay. You can select the uniform one. Yeah.
Okay.
You can continue. So in fine grained, the problem statement is you have to, like, if anyone is unable to access the data, you have to change a lot of stuff. So make sure that
Right.
he can access it. So for which purpose we use it? For very high secure, like government data or that kind of activity, we use fine grained part. So
Yeah,
that we don't
privileged
want, like,
access.
yeah, privilege access. Yeah, all this. So we can click on continue because we are just creating dummy purpose. Let's click on continue. Retention duration. Yeah, this is like by default. We can keep it by default. Yeah. Now we can proceed ahead. Data protection is nothing but we have to deal with encryption part
Hmm.
and some retention policy as well. Once like after 7 days, it will back up. And this is like basic things this provide. And in this, you can actually enable your encryption as well. But currently, you will be using GCS encryption technique.
Okay. So
Yeah. Let's click on.
just make sure I understand it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does it delete every 7 days?
All buckets have a 7 day soft delete duration by default, unless the default has been customized by organization administrator.
What is it deleting
Buckets
every
have a
7 days is my question, I guess.
okay. It's not actually it's a soft delete duration by okay. Uh, okay. So actually you can disable this. Like yeah, disable this option.
So what does it mean exactly? Like it's doing a soft delete. Like what is soft delete and what is it deleting?
Okay, it will delete your data, and soft delete is like if you're not using your data for like couple of like days, it will do soft delete. Like what does soft delete means? It will not actually delete your data.
Hmm.
Uh, soft delete. Give me a second. Let me recall it. Like there's a difference in soft delete and actually it doesn't delete it. So delete some metadata is like that.
Hmm.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay, what exactly soft delete means? Uh, you won't be able to see the data, but it is still there. It's like that. Are you able to get it? What I'm trying to say? It won't
Yeah,
physically
yeah,
delete your
yeah.
data,
It,
but you won't be able to access it like that. But you can actually pull it back again as well. That's the option.
it's something like archiving in some
Yeah,
sense.
archiving. Yeah, yeah. After 7 days, it will archive, but it's you have the option. You can bring it back as well anytime you want. Yeah. So that's soft delete and hard delete.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check this option. Click on data encryption. I'll tell you about that as well.
Click on what? Did it? Okay.
Data encryption. Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
here we are using Google-based data encryption, but you can put your own data encryption key as well to encrypt and secure your data. So, but for now, like we don't have any encryption technique or way, so we can click on GCS managed encryption. It's okay. So
Okay.
GCS will handle all the encryption for you. Like it will encrypt
Okay.
the data for you. So you can click on create. So finally, our bucket is created. If we click on create, perfect. Confirm. So it's like like whether you want your bucket to be publicly accessible or not like that. So it is saying that it will be protected for you.
Right.
Yeah. So now what we can do is we can put some CSV file in it, and yeah, we can proceed with it. Should I share a CSV file with you?
Sure.
Yeah, I have like a couple of them handy. I'll just use them. Uh, Give me a second. I'll just search it. Downloads. Okay, I've shared a file with you. Yeah, can you check once? So No. It's BigQuery. We have to. Okay, it's storage, right? Can you cross that left icon, the left learning part one? The right side, right side. Sorry. Yeah, you can cross it. Now, okay. Upload. Click on upload icon. You can see it below. Come down. Yeah, in that level. So yeah, a bit up. Yeah. So I'll tell you about transfer data as well. So if you are moving some huge amount of data, you can click on transfer data activity. It actually works on very less amount of internet connection as well. When you're moving like petabyte scale of data, you will be using transfer data protocol. Click on the
Moving
transfer
from
data
like
protocol.
one bucket to another? What?
No. Click on transfer data in. I'll tell you. Let's click on it. I think there should be a couple of options, right? Uh, so here you can see source type. Click on that source type. Let's see what all source type it has. So you can understand. Yeah, in the right drop down. Yeah. Get started drop down. Yeah. Click on it. Let's see what all options is that. So basically, if you're trying to move from another cloud to this, if you're moving it from Hadoop, which is like a outdated system, so you can use this option for migrating huge amount of data.
Okay.
So you have to provide all this detail and it will work fine for you. So for it is providing you what? It is providing, I said, right? S3 is similar to what? The GCS cloud storage. And as I said, in Azure, it is called as blob storage. In Amazon, it's called S3. The storage, the cloud storage that is thing here, right? You can actually move it. And you can, if you scroll down, you will get Hadoop distributed file system as well. HDFS, that is like old one. Any doubts?
I'm trying to understand.
Hmm. Okay, it's like moving from one cloud to another cloud.
So like if you had data in like AWS, you want to pull it in here, you would use that
Right.
option.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But if you're
basically, if I
uploading
have data,
anything from your machine or your on-prem database or something like that,
hmm,
then you need to do it the other way, manual
yeah. So
uploads.
there's different. Yeah. No. Not manual approach. There is so basically, GCS also provides a CLI interface. Okay.
Mm.
So you have to install it CLI and you can like start working on it. Yeah. So that will directly push your data to your GCS.
Mm.
Yeah. So that yeah that thing is also there. So for this we can like skip it for now. We'll just upload the CSV file that we have in our laptop and yeah we can proceed. This is when you want to create a transfer job when you're migrating the data.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we can cancel this for now. Yeah. Or else we can like have a look at it, like choose some random step and move ahead if you want to know more. Yeah.
No, let's just go through the standard flow of
Yeah.
uploading. Okay, let me see
So let's
what the
upload
file
the
that you
data.
gave me looks like. Was it this one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's just what is in it?
So basically it is containing IMDb scores for different movies and different genres. So there's a poster link. There is a series, which series it is, and the actors in it, the genre, and the runtime, and the ratings it got, and the reviews, all this, and the gross margin it made, or something like that, profit. So it's a movie related data.
Got it.
Yeah, around 1,000 rows should be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So upload that file.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we can upload it. We can
Then.
okay, yeah, upload it. Yeah, perfect. It is done. Now we'll try our main agenda is to upload this, create a table out of this CSV file, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what we'll do is we'll go to BigQuery. There we can actually want this data, right? So we'll just jump
So
to
right
that
now we're
previous
creating a
step.
bucket, correct?
Yeah, we are inside the bucket and we have uploaded the file. Yeah.
So buckets are stored. Okay, tell me the hierarchy of the storage. So projects is the highest
Hmm.
umbrella.
Right. Yeah.
Then underneath projects are data sets.
No. That's for BigQuery.
Oh,
Yeah, the hierarchy. Yeah, the hierarchy here is the project, the storage account, and the bucket.
wait. So
Hmm.
we're learning basic BigQuery. I mean, like cloud stuff right now, not BigQuery.
No.
I'm
Like we
confused.
are dealing with BigQuery as well. We'll go to the first tab, the previous tab. Yeah. So here we'll try to upload that file. So a bit of GCS was also needed for this task.
So in order for us to do any kind of work uploading of files in BigQuery, we have to go through Google Cloud. Is that what you're saying? Like we have to do it through this process?
No, 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 no. Not needed. No. So
Wait, I
this is
thought
the
I thought
most
I thought this whole thing was about how to add data to Google BigQuery in BigQuery
okay.
buckets.
This okay. So there are multiple ways how you can actually add data to your BigQuery, but this is the most convenient where you can like understand better. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So
Okay,
in
let's
this,
just
yeah,
keep
in
doing. So
this,
basically what I'm learning right now is basically how to upload data into Google Cloud so
ecosystem,
that
yeah,
it can be used potentially for Google BigQuery.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah, and it's
But right now I'm
most
not
convenient.
necessarily this does not necessarily have, you know, like this is
Hmm.
how we upload anything in Google Cloud. This is not just specific to BigQuery, basically what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the
Okay.
second part is the BigQuery part. Now go to the previous tab. Yeah, we'll quickly create a table out of it. Yeah. Now just give a table name that you want. Okay, create table from. Okay, click on that table. The
Mm-hmm.
first drop down. Yeah, the first one. Yeah. Now here we are actually having file from which location? GCS, right? Just click on GCS, Google Cloud Storage. The second option, right? There are a couple of ways you can put data into your BigQuery, right? You can click on the drop down and explore rest of the options as well. Yeah, the first icon, the first one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. There are different ways you can pull the data from Drive. You can directly upload it, or there is an S3, there's a blob, existing table or view like that. Right? These are the options. So currently we are doing the GCS part.
Are the three
So
major
here,
cloud services basically Azure, Microsoft's, Amazon, and then Google? That's it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the
There's
ways
no
we
other
can.
major cloud provider?
No, no. Generally, there are three only: GCP, Azure, and AWS. And in which AWS is like dominating as it had the early start advantage. It started very earlier. So we will select GCS for now.
When
The
did
first half.
when did
Hmm.
Google Cloud come about?
It was pretty late. After Azure, it came. So it
Like
was the
approximately what
last
year?
one. Need to check the specific year. Let me check. When was
Can
GCP
you tell me
launched?
when was Azure versus AWS versus Google Cloud? When did they launch each of their services, the cloud services?
So AWS launched the first one in 2006, then Microsoft Azure 2010, then in 2008 itself. Okay, launch at
Oh, so
2008.
these are
Okay,
pretty
but
old. It's a long
fully
time ago.
released on, yeah, yeah, but in fully launched in 2011. So which means AWS launched first, then Azure, then GCP.
Hmm.
And yeah, due to that, AWS has an advantage over market cap. If you see the market cap, can you ask for the market cap analysis as well? Each company. In few domains, Azure is highlighting very, very much. It is even beating AWS. That is a data domain. In like a lot of
This
companies
should
are using.
dictate which ones we need to learn. Because if as you know, AWS is dominating, we need to
Mhm.
attack that first, or
Yeah,
then
definitely. Yeah,
Azure, then
yeah,
GCP. Because most of these companies are
yeah,
probably going to work with the biggest one.
yeah. So here the thing is, there are like some services in BigQuery, GCP, that is very good. The only service that is really good is BigQuery. Like a lot of companies use for BigQuery itself. So
Got it.
see
Some of the
one
cloud platforms have some
see,
specific service that are just exception that people use it for over the
yeah, yeah, only
other
for
cloud
few, yeah,
providers.
only for few services they come to GCP, or else Azure is really good. Azure is like leading in terms of like data domain.
That's
Like
actually you're right
data,
about that because my company does not use anything else by Google. I can't even
yeah,
access Gmail, yet they're using Google BigQuery.
yeah, yeah, that's the point. Yeah. But Azure is really good in data domain. A lot of data. Like I was like involved in another project as well, a startup that I'm supporting. In that we are using Azure, ADF, and all these things, blob storage. Yeah. In that part, the ETL part, Azure is like beating all this cloud. platform. I can say it. Yeah.
I don't know if it'll give us.
Yeah, I've gone through some articles. See, 1 trillion to okay, it's 2.25 billion and okay. 325 billion, is it? But how? Okay, estimated value is 20 billion. You can say it's lesser than 2025 earnings, 2024 earnings.
Okay, so basically we're for sure that this is the leading provider right now.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sure because it started very earlier as
Right.
compared to other cloud platforms. So due to that part. Okay. Now
Okay.
let's quickly upload that table into BigQuery. Let's open the previous tab. It's single tabs only. Just select the GCS for now. Yeah. The first icon. Yeah.
Upload.
Yeah. No. Just click on GCS. The already selected. Now just click on the drop down, the second drop down. We have to select the bucket name. Yeah. Yeah. There is an option for browse. We'll select our bucket. Yeah. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Select it. And the file format is CSV. It already detected it for us. Dataset name, project name is perfect. Table name, you can provide whatever you want. You can put IMDb for now.
Does it have to be
Perfect.
unique?
No, it's okay. Any table name you can put. And schema will do auto detect. That is a cool option. Yeah. The schema. And partitioning, we don't want.
Meaning
Partitioning is
the
like,
the columns. We're talking about the columns, right?
yeah, the
Rows and
columns will be
columns.
detected automatically. And the data type itself. The column name and the data type. That's the schema. Now partitioning we don't want but when you are working with a really huge amount of data set and we want to query the data set very fast, at that time we use partitioning on the basis of date column or any specific columns.
So
It's
you
like that.
break it up into different parts so that you can then query by only specifying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So it is like quite optimized and very fast. It's like that.
So you don't have to query the entire thing every time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. Yeah. So we can
Okay.
click on create table now. Every setting is done. Now create table. In a couple of seconds it will be done. Then we can query the data. We can write select star or whatever query we want. Just click on that plus icon, a new tab,
So am I
the
using
query
the
tab.
free version of this?
I don't think so.
So how will they
Uh,
charge me?
they will charge you. You have to go to the billing section to make sure like how much they charge. It's like that. But for now, they won't be charging that much. Even like for if you delete this resource immediately after the class, there's not that much you have to pay. Like couple of cents, I guess, like less than
How
a
does
dollar.
it charge me without my, they don't even have my billing information in here, do they? Anyway, we'll look at it later.
Hmm.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Now let's go to IMDb. Just click on the three dots that we have. The left portion. No. Yeah, you can open the query. Yeah. Yeah. You can just click on it. Like click on open, the first one.
So now are we inside of BigQuery right now?
Yeah, we are inside BigQuery. Yeah.
Okay.
Open, yeah. New tab. Perfect. So here we can see the query. This is the data type. That's what your boss was referring. Why you need have to write a query, whereas you can just see the column names from here itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
So I
didn't need to
just
run that query.
further
We could have just copied this whole thing like this.
right. Yeah.
But can we
So
click on?
actually, yeah. So I actually gave you that query. That was not required. Yeah. But this is how you can see. And you can explore the table as well. Click on Table Explorer Preview.
Ugh.
Yeah, this one. So here at the end, it is writing a query for us, right? And we just have
Mhm.
to copy the query and go to a new tab. Yeah, copy the query, copy the query. Perfect. And you can run it. Click on run and it will run for you. See? And I think you can delete this. You can copy the query first. I'll tell you. Copy it and delete this portion and remove this portion. Just click on cross. We don't need this extra part.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Just do the cross to this. The untitled one is showing, right? Yeah, close it and just click on that plus icon you see, right? After that IMD, yeah, plus icon. And you can paste the query here. Perfect and run it. Now here, there are a couple of things we can know about the job. Click on execution details. It will tell us a lot about the data and the time it is taking. Yeah, execution details. Here you can see how many time it took, and the one thing that we have to make sure is bytes shuffled. Okay, it is how much? 46 46 4.09 KB, right? So we
Yeah.
actually have to make sure whenever you run a query, this value should come very, very low, which means it don't have to scan the whole data. For example, if you go to our project, like the previous project that we were doing, the company's project, if you see this, if it is coming huge value, then it means we are doing something wrong. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't come like large amount shouldn't come like MBs or couple of MBs is okay, but not more than that. Like not more than 100 MB, I guess. So what it exactly means, there is a lot of competition and a lot of shuffling of data is happening,
Mm-hmm.
which means our query, we can work on the query optimization. We want least amount of shuffling. That's what that highlights. Like
Right.
the GCP shouldn't use that much amount of compute. If this value is coming very high, which means GCP is using a lot of compute to like scan your data, read your data, all this part to just display it.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, if you scroll down, you can understand about the stages and all this part as well.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
pause here, brother, because I have a next class
perfect.
just waiting. And then
Yeah,
let's
sure.
pick back
Yeah,
up tomorrow. This whole weekend I have like at least 10, 15, 20 hours of time so we can really get a lot of work.
perfect. Yeah, we can continue. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay, man. Thanks again so much.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Rafi. Yeah,
Yep,
bye.
thanks. Bye.
Yeah.